This isn't going live. Now it looks like it's going to go live. Let me see if it is. You get to see the top of my head for a second. You guys are on screen.
Hey,
so
hey.
I was just wondering, Tony, if you could move a little closer to Russell.
I'd love to.
Facebook. Look who we have here today. Two energetic guys who moved from Florida to all the way up to Portland, Oregon. And now they're doing an open mic that'll be back in session after the pandemic. And they have a podcast they want to plug. So here they are to plug their podcast. I'd like you to know that the one with the long-haired hippie freak is Russell Douglas. And the other gentleman with the red scarf is not a musician like Russell, but we love him anyway. It's Tony Burkett. So let's give it up for them and tell us about, real quickly, where you came from and your journey to comedy in Portland, of all places, and your podcast. The floor is all yours. Start with you.
We moved here from Pensacola, Florida, and probably no one knows where that is, which is fine.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, home of the Blue Angels, the Harlem Globetrotters of the armed forces.
That's a great line.
Yeah, and we have a podcast, and it's very unique. It's unlike any other podcast. It's edited very comically, and there's music and just, written bits, and, people write in, and, it's a lot of fun.
Check it out. It's called Good Morning Jonestown. Available everywhere.
Yeah, you can just Google it, and we're everywhere.
Is it
JonestownLife.com.
Yeah,
Jonestown what?
Life.com.
Yeah, it's our website. It's the first link on the list we sent you.
Okay, that I already put out there 17 times. Awesome. Yeah. I'm so proud of you guys for all the hard work you're doing. Way to go. How long has the podcast been out there?
We're coming up on 3 years. Or I guess we passed. Did we pass 3 years? 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. It's been a long quarantine.
Time is a social construct.
I was gonna ask another question, but it had to do with time. Like, how long have you two known each other? Is that too difficult?
I feel like we've just always known each other.
Yeah, I think always.
Always. Much. That's great. Fabulous. How's the comedy scene going before the pandemic in my hometown?
Well, why did you leave?
I came to Vegas on a vacation, and I got to meet everybody over at Tropicana, and I said, man, people are in comedy are mostly my age here. I'm moving here.
There you go.
And you get to feed your gambling addiction. That's cool.
Yes, yes. And I do a lot of street walking. I get in.
Legalized prostitution, right?
You don't look so weird here in Portland in a prom gown. It's not the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell gets the reference. Tony, did you ever see me prancing around in my prom gowns?
No, I've seen you perform stand-up comedy in a bikini, though.
Yeah.
Once I moved here.
I remember that. I remember that. That was crazy. Those guys at the bar, like, okay, fine. I'm going to take off a piece of clothing every time you laugh. Is that going to work? So
I should do that.
I'm going to try that.
It's a strip club, it's a legendary place, and they're going in there acting like it's just a bar. It's a strip club, you guys. Come on.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our open mic is at a strip club.
Yeah.
Is it?
We're going to be the last to open.
Going to be safe because, at a strip club, social constructs are a lot more than just time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha with that.
So,
What do you guys do in the course of a day with your podcast? How often does it come out? That kind of thing.
We put out, we were putting them out more frequently before the quarantine, but we put out a minimum of 2 a month, so every other week. But we're trying to get up to 1 or 2 a week, but we got to get a permanent sponsor going so we can do that.
if anyone wants to sponsor our show,
Yeah, we're cheap.
listen to it. Listen to it.
How many followers do you have on it? Is that a social construct?
We have we're doing all right. We got what on YouTube? We got like 700, and I don't know how.
We have a lot of listeners, and we have like 4 followers.
We have a Patreon. We have a Patreon with like all kind of bonus stuff and stuff that we're too scared to put on our regular show, and we're up to 11 patrons. So there's at least 11 people out there who like us enough to give us $5 a month.
That's super cool. It all starts
and you'll
like
be
that.
joining too, because we're doing your show.
Yes. So do you both live relatively close to each other? I know you're sitting close to each other, and you both came from Florida.
Yeah, I can. It takes me about 10 minutes to get to his place.
Not bad at all. What's the transition? What's the weirdest observation you have difference between living in Florida and Portland? So I know there's panhandles in both. One is on the streets and one is on the map, but
Yeah, well, it's a lot more racist here than in the South.
Yeah,
And
people would be confused by that, but it's kind of true.
it is true.
And the comedians here are more concerned with being cool than being funny. Not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them. Just
I know.
90% of them.
And I've noticed that, like I wasn't one of the cool kids in town, and and I wasn't one of the funny ones for 4.5 years either. So I have that.
It's all right. I'm not being cool.
I am not.
How long, Russell and Tony, how long have you been doing comedy? And don't tell me time is a construct.
It kind of is.
It kind of is. 3 years for me.
You're so good for a 3-year veteran. Holy Toledo, Russell.
Well, thank you.
I love your comedy. Tony?
I don't know. Longer than that, but it's in Florida, Started having 1 mic a month. There was nothing there. So I don't count that as doing stand-up.
I get it. Well, you guys have been so awesome to come on here and talk about your podcast it's called Good Morning Jonestown. Where'd the name come from? I'm afraid to ask.
It's like a morning show in a place where a bunch of people killed themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what's really cool is a lot of young people don't know about Jonestown. So they're just like, it's a good morning show.
Right. Yeah. And it is.
It is.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I know you don't get a lot of time to plug. Is there a last minute 2, 3, 4 sentence plug you have for your podcast that I didn't cover?
What do you know anyone who's gotten COVID?
I do. I know it's a conspiracy theory out west, like it doesn't exist, and I get it. But just one day of these 100 days we've been shut in, one day I lost 5 New York comedian friends.
Wow.
And not old people like me.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Chinese virus. It's coming back.
Yes, it's making what do we call it? It's doing a callback. Do they let you in the bank with that, Tony?
Yeah, they do.
I don't believe in banks.
I didn't think you would.
Mark of the beast.
Oh God, you guys are funny. I wish I was in Portland hamming it up with you, but
Oh,
I'm
you don't.
stuck here in Vegas.
Yeah, the weather's good.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah.
You can come hang out with us in downtown Portland, where I look like one of the founding fathers right now because I need a haircut. Most inopportune time to look like a founding father, but come on, let's hang out.
Your podcast has got to be off the charts. Funny.
It's hilarious. It's really one of the funniest in existence. We stand by that term. Yeah.
I do.
I'll have to go check it out. I don't know if I have $5 extra a month because this thing's costing an arm and a leg, but
You don't have to join the Patreon. Just listen to the show. The show's free.
thank you so much.
I want her to join Patreon.
Well, yeah, but
We're doing you a huge solid. Now.
You guys have a wonderful day. You made my day brighter. Thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you.
You
Tony
too.
Burkett.
Day in Vegas.
Thank
Your
you.
teeth made my day brighter. You got beautiful teeth.
Oh, you would love me because they come out at night.
Married, madam.
Tony Burkett.
We need to have these conversations in private.
Russell Douglas and Good Morning Jonestown podcast available everywhere. And get on their Patreon. It's only $5 a month. Don't be cheap like me.
Just check out the show. You'll like it.
Yeah, you'll like the show. We promise.
It's got to be the best show ever with you two. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.